locations, New Haven, Meriden, Hartford 78, 79 at Windsor Locks. The dew point, though, that makes all the difference, of course. Dew point numbers in the 50s, and when you get the dew point numbers in the 50s on the scale there, that puts us in the comfortable
Maybe I can
category.
put the
We're going to stay on the comfortable
shut-off valve in today.
However, it's going to be very warm. Temperatures for today, upper 80s, couple of towns in the 90s. 80s are back Tuesday and Wednesday and beyond. I'll detail an impressive stretch of 90s in your exclusive First Alert 10-day forecast for now.
Well, here we go with the weather guesses.
Accurate forecast, certified by Weather Rate.
All right, view from Dunkin' Donuts Park. You may see some of the clouds sort of bouncing off the building here, the reflection there. We've got another evening of baseball and another great night for baseball. 84 degrees at the first pitch at 7:05. By the final out, with lower humidity, the temperature will drop off about 9 or 10 degrees to right around 74 degrees. Overall, it's going to be a great night. Another live picture here from New London, showing a nice calm morning on the Thames, and going to be a great morning. It's going to be a very warm morning, even afternoon, I should say, even down to the beaches before that sea breeze kicks in. 85-degree temperature in Groton. It's already 80 there. 86 in Clinton, 87 in Hartford, 88 in Windsor Locks. Not out of the question that we could see another 90-degree day. Most towns will stay at the upper 80s for today. If we do see 90 today, that would be 7 days in a row.
Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous.
Live First Alert Doppler radar staying quiet. It's going to stay quiet over the next couple of days. So our dry July is going to continue after.
We need some rain, though.
See, there's nothing coming at us here. The next system we have to watch for, yes, is this. This is the remnants of Barry. You can see it's still pulling in rain bands off of the Gulf of Mexico, even though the center of circulation is in through here. So still dealing with some flooding into the south, and that will translate to the Midwest. But eventually, that will work in our direction. I'll show that to you in just a moment. But first, I want to take you through today, hour by hour. Here's 1 o'clock. Fairly comfortable, but these numbers are probably about a degree or two low. Thinking probably more middle to upper 80s, and again, add a couple of degrees to these numbers here. 87, 88 degrees or so by 5 o'clock. So if you're planning lunch outside or even dinner outdoors or grilling outside this evening, it looks good.
Monday.
With the lower humidity.
Today.
All right, here's the mess in the middle of the country. Let's take you through a Tuesday. We're still dry here and mostly sunny. Wednesday, we're still fairly sunny here, but we could have a risk of a shower or a storm during the afternoon as we pull in more humidity. And then eventually, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that's when we see some of the widespread showers and storms. Could have some tropical downpours. This is exactly what we do need for the lawns and gardens. And eventually that will shift.
Yeah, the grass is not growing at all.
Eventually we'll get the humidity out of here, but the heat is going to stick around. Here's the 10-day forecast featuring 90 plus.
I hate this damn crap.
Wednesday, Thursday, and these are going to be the most humid days here. Wednesday through Thursday and Friday. We'll see dew point numbers in the low 70s. So it will be feeling tropical. We'll have some tropical downpours. Now, it really depends on how much rainfall we get in cloud cover on Thursday as to whether we reach 90 or not.
I hope we get a lot of rain and cloudy.
There are some computer models and some data that's coming in that points to triple digits for Saturday. So at least it will dry out a bit in terms of the humidity. The humidity looks to stay in check as we head toward the weekend. But notice the next 7 to 10 days, we are talking 90 plus.
Well, you saw it and heard it. Very hard to get a video off of the CRT television, but I think you pretty well saw it. So today is it's bearable out here today. It's about 20 after 11 in the morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shut-off valve on the tractor. I'm not having any problems with gas continuing to run into the engine with it off, because it's got that solenoid in there, but I don't think there's a problem with that. But I want to put the shut-off on it anyways. And I'll show you the shut-off that I bought at my hardware store this morning. As I told you in the last video, I wasn't about to buy it from Tractor Supply because I suspect it would be at least 10 bucks. Okay, stems. $5.99 at my local hardware store. and we wanted the straight in line, of course. I asked him, it doesn't say 1/4 inch, but he says yes, they all are 1/4 inch. Doesn't say that here, but supposed to fit the gas line that I've got. So that's what we're going to be installing today. I'm going to get you up on a tripod. This is not going to be much of a video, but I may start the tractor. What I'm going to do first is, once I uncover the tractor, is I'm going to pinch off the gas line coming from the tank with the small vice grip, and then I'm going to start the tractor and run it until the gas is out of the line and out of the filter, so that we're not getting gas on the ground, and also to clean the system out so it won't get messy when I cut the hose. One thing I have to do is to get a copy made of this, if it's possible, this key. I dropped it a couple of times in the shed, and I got some junk in there. I'm lucky I found it. I never seen a damn key so small. If I lose that, I'm gonna have to replace the whole damn ignition switch. I'm off camera again as always. So let's get this started up. But before I do, I want to pinch the gas line off. Put the key in. I don't want to lose that. If I pinch this up here, ruin the hose here. They make a special thing for it, but I'm not able to find one, and they probably want a lot of money for it anyways. Now let's just see. We'll keep an eye on this gas filter here. I hope you can see that. Gas filter's still full. Why is it I have so many problems when I do things? That's pinched off. I got that really tight, okay? Look at the gas that's in this thing. So I'm still going to have gas going all over the decking here. It started surging instantly, and I would think that it wouldn't start doing that until this is empty. Oh, I don't know. Well, when I cut this, it's gonna go right in this area here. Well, I might as well cut it. But look at the gas that's in there. I mean, it didn't draw this gas down into the carburetor. Even though I'm shaking it, it's not dropping. See it? I don't know. I got it pinched off pretty good, but I better not leave that on too long because I'll probably ruin the hose. So I better cut this now. I got these from Harbor Freight because I couldn't find the small clamps with the screwdriver. They all use those pressurized things, and I've used them on here, the green ones, right here. That's what came with it. And I bought 2 new ones, and the filter leaked anyways. So I gotta watch I don't knock over the tripod. I got the tripod leg right near my right leg. So I'm gonna cut this. Put this shut off up there. Alright, it's on off. Okay. What the hell's the end of this? This will make it a lot easier. I put these little guys on. I have a fit if this starts leaking here. Really should take this damn cowling off. That's the disadvantage of being left-handed. I can't work with my right hand. Good. All right. Now, let's just stick this on there for now, just so it don't leak out until I get my shut off on there. Your screw-on clamps like these are the best. I don't like these big ears on them. They take up a lot of room, but it's all I could find. Unless I buy a whole kit with all different sizes, and they didn't have enough of the small ones. That's off. Take that off there. Where did I ding up that hose, boy? All the teeth mark on the thing. Now, let's take this off and get one in here. Let's see, is that going to be too long? I think that's going to be too long. Shut off. Man, that's hard. Damn it. All right, let's cut it back a little bit here. Let's cut it back about an inch. To allow for the length of the shut-off valve. Everything's going to be right in the way here. Put it down there. Turn that on. Okay, we got it on. Yeah, we're a little better. We're not hanging out as much. Yeah, these little yellow butterflies here, well, I don't particularly care for that look, but and these other clips, the spring-loaded jobs, I don't know if you can see it right here, they just don't hold. It leaked on the filter. This one doesn't. This is one that came with it. It's green in color. It doesn't look it here, but it is. It's pretty dirty. And so I got the exact same thing from my hardware store, and it leaked like a sieve. So let's start it up. I'll get this camera back out a little bit here. I hope that surging was because I had the gas shut off. Find out. Let's try it without the choke first. Okay. When I reached over, I turned the valve off. It took a while to run out. Now the gas filter is empty. Why wasn't it empty before when I had this pinched off? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't, well, it wasn't dripping. Now you can see the gas in here. So it really hasn't lowered. In other words, it wasn't leaking into the carburetor. So, that's it. It looks to me like it's very good. No leaks. And this will be very good because when I store the tractor for the winter, all I got to do is release this clamp with the valve shut off, put a container underneath there, and drain the tank out. If you don't have a shut-off valve on it, you risk getting the gas all over the place trying to drain it out for the winter. Because unlike my generator, if this was a metal tank, I'd want to keep it full of gas so the condensation wouldn't rust it. That's why I keep my Champion generator right to the top with gas, so there's no way condensation's going to build in there. And I've had that generator for at least 5 years and not a bit of trouble with it. And I use Stable in my gas. So, okay. So now I got the shut-off valve in it. And, you know, with everything the way it is here, and I've been busy with the terrible, terrible hot weather that we've been having, I've been putting off getting the shut-off valve because there was no point in buying it if I'm going to wait weeks before putting it on. So I figured, well, according to the weather guessers, as you heard, today is supposed to be more bearable, then the horrible crap comes back again. I guess John from Arkansas thinks that we've got winter-like temperatures. Well, some people love the heat like John does. He thrives on it. I don't. But hey, to each his own. The question is, do I want to run this around the yard? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Tires are holding up very good. The front tires were pumped up really hard. The right front is rock hard still. This one, there's a little give in it, so it might be losing a little bit of air. I got to go into the shop where I have some valve cover caps that go on here to put on the front valve stems. Both fronts don't have it, so we'll let this cool off. Let's see. And this is the spindle the guy put in that he said he got from eBay. I guess that's normal, I don't know. I just should put a little oil in there probably. And I still don't know what this thing is. I lowered the deck. I have no idea what this is. I asked about this, but nobody replied. I don't know what this thing is. See it? I have no idea what that is. It don't seem to affect the mowing deck. I gotta clean this crap out. I'll do that off camera. And probably put some oil in here. It's not the bearing that's loose here. This is the new spindle. It's not moving here, but the pulley is. You know. But anybody tell me what the hell this thing is? What is it? What's it do? I looked on the diagram, and you know, those diagrams, I never can make heads or tails out of them anyways. Those what they call exploded views. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's a keeper to keep the belt from coming off. Maybe it's supposed to be spring loaded. Maybe there's supposed to be a pulley on the end of this. I don't know. I have no idea, but all I do know is it's working good. It's cutting grass. I gotta look and see what type of belt this thing uses. But one thing's for sure, if I ever have to replace belts, I ain't going to them highway robbers. And you know the place I'm talking about. Let's take a look, now that I got the deck all down here, let's take a look at this side. I don't see that bar that I have on the other side. I have no idea what it is. I better be careful I don't lose clips out of that. This pulley here, this is original. This don't have any play, but the pulley don't either. You can see the blade moves fine. That's just a belt rubbing, I guess. I guess this one's a brake, but the other one had a round thing on the end of it, almost like a pulley would go there. So I have no idea what that is, but it's not affecting the deck. I mean, both blades are working. Okay. All right. Don't smell gas. No gas smell. Get a rag and check the oil level again, which I do every single time I use a tractor. Using my Wrecking Goat shirt. You remember the Wrecking Goat? That's the shirt I wore when I tore down the screen house. 2011 maybe? Not sure. I have a video on it. So let's check it. Right at the beginning of the crosshatch, there's two dots there, two holes. The crosshatch is right in between is the normal. Now, I've been adding 30 weight in here. It's not smoking, but I've been adding a little bit. Never goes higher, it always goes lower, which is a good sign. It's not leaking. It might be burning it, but it's not smoking. So we'll add a little more 30 weight to that. Not overfull, but we'll just put a little bit more in it. I'll be right back. This is a quart of, this is when oil was cheap at Dollar General. DG is Dollar General, $2. Now it's, I think, $4 over there. This is the oil I use to add, and I use SAE 30. And we'll just add a little bit. Nothing precise. Couple ounces maybe. Really should get my reading glasses out. Halfway between the two holes in the crosshatch. All right. And the rest will settle down in there, and it'll probably be right on the top half. Of course, I already got the air filter in correctly. It don't tell you which way to put the pre-filter in, though. I looked on YouTube videos and I couldn't find it. I did see a YouTube video on putting it in because somebody gave me the link to that video. I want to thank them for that. It's been a while ago. So let me take you to the other side here. All right, let's remove that. Get this off of there. All right. I had it in here. Well, that's wrong. It goes in here. But it don't tell you. There's a foam side. That's a little dirt or oil or whatever. That's a foam side, and then there's like a textured side. But it don't tell you at all which way to go. So I would say it goes this way. And like I say, this is the filter I paid $6.22 for free shipping from eBay. Tractor Supply wants $20 for this same thing. They can keep them. When it comes time for belts, I'm going to get them from eBay. I just got to find out what size belts this uses. All right. There is a chart over here. There is a chart on the inside of the hood. I cleaned the hood inside. I told you about that. Part numbers, I guess. I have to get my magnifying glass. I cannot read that. And I'm only about 6-7 inches away from it, so it's probably not going to focus on the ZE1 here. But it tells you the oil filter and stuff. I can't tell if there's a belt listing or not here, but I'm sure there is. Looking at the gas filter, it's good that you get the transparent ones, and this is the correct way they go in. Gas tank up here, engine end, and carburetor end at this end, because I looked at a lot of videos and that's how they're in. That's the correct way. If this shutoff was leaking, you'd have an accumulation of gas in here, and there is none. So that's a good sign. Together with this solenoid, which is now working because I cleaned it, I think we're all set with that. I gotta just get 2 valve stem caps for these front tires. The back tires already have them on there. They came with the tubes. They're holding up really, really well. My mechanic did a good job. They're just as hard as they were before. No problems. So that's the end of this video. I'm not going to ride this around because I'll have to go into the hot sun. And the grass isn't growing. I can show you right now. Take a walk out front. Back here there's a little bit of grass growing, but not much. Not worth mowing. All right. I didn't want to get my neighbor on camera. Anyways, you can see that we're getting hot and humid days, but we do need the rain. And the thing is, we had beautiful temperatures in the spring, but beautiful temperatures, I do mean beautiful temperatures in the 60s, and highs in the 60s, but we had rain every day. Now we need the rain, and we need enough to fill our brook. Take a look down there. Let's take a look down there. No idea what these are, but mud dappers maybe? I don't know. Oh boy, some wood dead branches. Mushrooms. Anybody want some mushrooms? If you love that stuff. Hey John, here's some mushrooms for you. I'll send them to you. Not the mushrooms we had last year though, or the year before. But you can see we do need the rain. I would welcome a cloudy, even a rainy day, as much as I complained about it, rather than a sunny, hot, humid day. I would rather have cloudy days in the summertime all summer long, as long as the temperatures were down and the humidity was down. But that's not going to happen. I would probably have to live on Mount Washington. Sure do miss going up there. Of course, you only had a half an hour up there. And, you know, then you had to come back down to reality. Okay. That's it. I'm going to put my tools away here. But these are handy things to have. I got them at Harbor Freight. And they're all for the small lines. Well, there's some bigger ones in there. I'll have to admit they don't look very pretty. I used to have a lot of these little clips that, you know, clamps with the screwdriver slot on them. But everybody's using these things. And I hate them because they don't maintain, you know, you get them off. You have to fight to get, there's a special pair of pliers that you need to get these off. And if you don't use those, you're struggling with these things and they're snapping. You can usually get them off, but you try to get them back on again and they're slipping off the pliers. And, you know, like I say, there's a special pair of pliers that you use for this. But if you're not in the lawnmower repair business, you're not going to invest in those. And this is original here. I was able to use these again But when I bought more, which are these are the green ones, for this, it leaked like a sieve here, so I threw the damn thing out, and I went to Harbor Freight and bought these. So, and this will be very easy for me to unhook and drain the gas tank when I store it for the winter. Okay, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Keep cool.